This is Max's great-grandma Eleanor, and this is Max's great-great-grandma Dora Merker. And we're going to be making Max's great-great-grandma's recipe for Rugelach.
And this is in her original handwriting?
This is her original handwriting. It's actually a very easy recipe, but a lot of people think the hardest thing about it is saying the name of the cookie, Rugelach. Now, on my grandma's original recipe, it says these are Hungarian Rugelach, which is kind of interesting because my grandma was actually from Russia. So I don't know why she was making Hungarian Rugelach, but this is a very popular cookie in Jewish families all over America. Here we have all the ingredients for Grandma's Rugelach. You can see that there are a lot of tasty things in here. Lots of butter, sour cream, eggs, of course sugar, some regular white flour, and some yeast. That's an interesting addition to this recipe because the yeast does not cause the dough to rise. It's in there more just to give it a little yeasty flavor. And then we're going to be making two different toppings for our cookies. One with chocolate and raspberry jam, and the other with walnuts and cinnamon and sugar. First, we're putting in 3 cups of regular flour into the food processor. Next goes 2 1/4 teaspoons of yeast on top of the flour. Next goes in 1 cup of yummy sour cream. Next ingredient into the food processor, we are putting 2 sticks of real butter. No margarine in these cookies. Oops, I made a little mistake. I was supposed to mix the egg yolks with the sour cream, so we're going to do that right in the food processor. Now we're going to blend this all together. We're going to take this dough and divide it into 4 balls. Max is going to pat the dough together into one big ball. Now Max is going to divide the cookie dough into 4 equal parts. Now we're going to tear off 4 pieces of plastic wrap. Max has wrapped each ball of dough in a piece of plastic wrap. Now we're going to pop this dough into the refrigerator overnight to chill, and it'll be all ready to bake our cookies tomorrow. In goes the dough to the refrigerator. It'll be nice and firm for rolling out tomorrow.
And how long does it need to chill?
Overnight.
For
all
night?
At least 4 hours, but better all night.
Wow. Day 2, the balls of dough chilled in the refrigerator all night, and we're ready to make and bake the cookies today. For our first topping, we're going to mix nut, sugar, and cinnamon together. Okay, so we've unwrapped one of our dough balls, and we're going to roll it out into a big circle. But before we do that, we have to make sure it doesn't stick. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a bit of our topping and just put it on. We want an even mixture of nuts and sugar. We're just going to kind of spread that around like that. Okay, we're done sprinkling it on the tray, so now we're going to roll the dough out. So we've rolled out all our dough, and now we're getting ready to make the cookies. So using a pizza cutter, I'm going to cut the dough into 16 pieces. What I'm doing now is I'm going to take one out of the 16 pieces, and I need to do this for every piece. And I'm going to roll it up, starting at the fat end. So when you're all done, it should look like this. One thing you always need to remember when you put it on the cookie sheet is that the end of the cookie, I like to call it the tail, needs to be sitting under. So that wouldn't work because it would burn. So you can just rotate the cookie so it's sitting on its tail and not sticking out. What I'm doing now is spreading egg whites on top of the cookies to give it a brown color and a crispy crunch when you bite into them. I can't wait to try these.
Me too. Ready?
Mm-hmm.
Cheers.
Cheers.